Pappy Hour, let's talk it out, talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for Pappy Hour.
This is Lucas.
Hey, it's Eric, and on today's Pappy Hour, we had Trevor Hughes, a first-time father.
And a full-time stay-at-home father. Interesting perspective, Eric. He got into some really authentic stuff, particularly like the complications that can happen with birth. And, what did you think about that?
I thought it was deeply personal and really impressive of how quickly they had to make some decisions or get through certain experiences. And one other thing that I really appreciate about Trevor's, his way of chronicling his child's life and his being a parent.
Oh my gosh, we're going to get into all of that today. So you guys enjoy Trevor Hughes. Let's do it.
Let's
Trevor,
do it.
Thanks for being here with us, man. We really appreciate it. We're just going to get right into it. Tell us a little bit about what your life was like.
Pre-kid. Yeah.
Okay.
Who were you?
Yeah.
Who was I? I don't know. Hopefully the same person that I still am
There
today.
you go.
I
guess.
mean, I don't know if that's the goal, but if that's your goal, I'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah. I'm definitely different now as a dad, but I think before I was a dad, I don't know, a struggling artist who just didn't know what he was doing.
Sounds sexy.
It does, definitely. And that is the
Okay.
struggling artist, man,
Yeah.
reaching out, trying to make something happen.
Yeah. It's a hard thing. It's a complicated thing to
Because you're in
do.
photography, right?
Yeah.
What drew you into that as a young man?
I don't know. Yeah, it was as a young kid that
As
I
a
was
kid, yeah, okay.
first involved in it. I think it's just the cameras around the house. Everyone always had the camera and it was just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mom,
picked it
dad,
up.
which one of them were the
Uh,
inspo?
My dad was the video recorder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But they would each take their pics
Sure.
interchangeably.
So you guys were constantly chronicling, it sounds like, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was that. And I have a lot of old footage from home videos and
Yeah,
stuff,
great.
which
great.
I was like digitizing before my son was born,
Yeah.
which gave me a lot of perspective actually, as like seeing it from like my parents' point of view.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
because when you're a kid and you're growing up, you just have it from your point of view and you don't understand what they're going through. But it's kind of like a priceless thing that
Yeah.
they gave them to me to digitize, and so get to see from their perspective.
That's a
Yeah.
great
It's like-
point. I mean, I don't think it was until after, as I started growing up that I started even thinking about looking at life from my parents' perspective. What did you like? Did you learn anything? Any wisdom that you gleaned from there?
Yeah. Well, it made me want to record the same way that they did.
Yeah.
Because I think it was so special to me
Yeah.
to have that and to have those memories and stuff that it's like I want to pass that on. But I think, I don't know. I think there's just a sentimentality about it, which I don't know if I want to say that's nice, but
Mhm.
it's
It's
nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, it
It's
is
nice. Is it that nice feels like too like small of a word to encompass what it feels like?
Well, I guess sentimentality is kind of a dangerous thing.
Uh-huh.
That if you're over sentimental, then you're kind of
Like
not.
holding on to the past and not
Yeah,
moving forward.
yeah. If you're not based in reality, then
Yeah.
it can be. I think that's part of a problem of my parents is
Yeah.
that they have this sentimental idea of what it was like for us all growing
Gotcha.
up, and it's not really how it was.
Ew,
It's at least not
interesting.
how I
Yeah.
remember it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's one of those things, as you say, it's like being able to chronicle is really nice. Like I've now got 2 grown kids, and there's nothing that brings everybody back together than reviewing some of those old films or digital, and for us even VHS.
Yeah, yeah.
But
and the
it's
camera
just
doesn't
amazing.
lie.
No,
It
Yeah,
captures
yeah,
everything,
exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
that's one of the things we learned in like studying acting is like they try to drill into us like if you can be authentic in front of the camera,
Right.
then because the camera sees everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about looking back at old videos of our family. It's like at the time you're living in it, you're in the middle of it, and you're just like experiencing it from one point of view. But to your point, perspective is looking at that and being able to see all the different characters and like what's going on.
Right.
And I guess I wonder like what do you hope to get out of that by chronicling your journey as a dad?
It's really, I think, this particular thing is for my son, like explicitly, which, I mean, he's going to be able to get probably a lot more than I realize out of it.
Yeah,
But
more than you can realize now.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just want him to be able to look back on it and see just how much I love him and
Right.
stuff, and just like,
Yeah.
I think that's really, if he can get anything out of it, like hopefully he can see like how much we love him too, my
Sure.
wife,
Yeah.
and, like so.
Yeah.
So you and your wife are expecting a child. Is this something that you were also thinking about? As I really want to chronicle this. Was that already at the forefront, or was it once he was in your hands? It was like, oh my gosh, I really want that.
Yeah, it was leading up to it.
Yeah.
Like, because the type of photography that I do, it is like a documentary
Gotcha,
style.
okay.
So, so yeah, I think that I had that spirit going into it of like wanting to do it. I don't know how good of a job I'm doing, but
Well, you won't know
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
it's
Right,
done,
until
right?
it's viewed
So
by your son years down the road.
you just show
Right.
up every day and do your best,
Totally.
and then you know.
it's mostly from the phone, like phone videos,
Yeah.
which there's shorter clips
Sure.
too, and it's like a minute or maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones for my family, they're like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
set up on a tripod. Like
Totally.
you get like the whole meal is recorded.
Wow, that's
Which that is really illuminating because
Yeah.
you don't just get like the highlight.
Yeah.
you get all the
the
lulls
do.
and like
Yeah.
the low points and
Well,
Yeah.
and the conversation. Like I grew up with the Super 8 with no sound. So you're just kind of going, I can remember the moments, right? But I don't always remember what was discussed. And so I can imagine going back, like hearing my own sons now when they were 7 years old and talking and forgetting that they didn't have a deep booming voice at that time. And now you're just watching this really innocent and young individual trying to explore their world through their communication. And it really does say a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did you chronicle like the first moments of meeting your kid?
I tried to, but
It's
they didn't
it's
really.
a lot going on.
Yeah, not the way that I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, there's a photographer, Annie Leibovitz. She
Uh-huh.
like
Okay.
she like I don't know if she was taking pictures like as she was giving birth, but like immediately after,
Right.
she was like, she's like a hardcore
Oh,
photographer.
yeah,
Wait, is this somebody
amazing.
that you know?
No, she's
Yeah.
a really famous
Yeah.
she's
celebrity
she's amazing.
photographer.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying like she was taking photos as Annie
Of her
was
experience.
and
Yeah.
you were hoping to do something
I
similar
was
to
like,
that.
God, how can I do something like that?
Right.
But I'm just not the type to like, I don't know. I feel bad like taking pictures in that moment.
Right.
Sure. It's a pretty
Your wife
vulnerable.
might have been saying,
Yeah.
"Hang on a second,
Yeah.
hold my
Can you
hand."
put that camera down, Trevor? Jeez, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
But you got to be willing to ruffle some feathers,
There
I
you
guess,
go.
if you want to
Okay.
get that good
Yes.
footage.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
for the kid. right? It's
right,
for the
yeah.
child.
It has a bigger
funny.
meaning.
You got to look at the bigger picture. Like,
Oh,
what's
my
the
gosh.
point of doing it? And then that's got to drive you towards the decisions you make. So,
Right.
as we're talking about the birth of your kid, like meeting your kid for the first time, like, there's a point where you're not a dad, where you don't have a kid, and then you go through this experience that all of us who now have children have went through, and it's all different, some similarities. What was your experience like?
It's just the weird thing about it is he was there for like 9 months,
Right.
just right on the other side of like the skin and the belly skin or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like even up until the very last second. So that was, and I was thinking about that before he was even born, like, you know, there's someone in there. It's just a hard thing to fathom.
Totally.
And my wife walking around with him
Yeah.
in her belly.
Did you ever see the
but-
alien moment where he like pushes his hand against
Yeah.
the belly?
Yeah, that's something I didn't know happened.
No, I had the same experience. I remember laying in bed with my wife, and all of a sudden this thing moves in her body. I freaked out. I was totally
Flashbacks to old
uncomfortable
80s
by this.
movies
I
I've
was like,
seen.
what the hell is that? She
Yeah.
goes, that's your child. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
wild.
what is the alien, like the stomach?
Right.
Or what is
Totally
it?
jumps out. Yeah, but the thing.
My only reference is Spaceballs, and I was
Oh,
afraid
geez,
that
that's hilarious.
Lauren for Halloween wanted to go before she had Stella, as like have a little baby hand sticking out of her stomach, like punching through.
Oh, my gosh.
We're a weird couple.
great.
Anyway. So
That's a good one.
so there's this little human being
Yeah.
on the
in
other
your
side of the
arms.
skin.
Well, now all
and-
of a sudden, yeah.
And then it's like go time,
Yeah.
and you go to the hospital. And
Yeah.
was it if you care to talk about it? I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
some stories can be a little heavy.
Yeah, it didn't go as planned, and my wife, there was all of a sudden a condition that the midwives recommended we go and get induced. She get induced,
Yeah.
which is not what my wife wanted
Sure,
or what we wanted, and so we had to go in and do that, and you know. He wasn't ready, really, to come out, even though I think he was almost full term. I think it was 38, 39 weeks or
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
something.
Okay, so
he
it was cooked enough that
yeah, he was definitely fine
Yeah.
to come out, but still, so
when things don't
that
go
was-
according to plan, it can ruffle your feathers quite a bit.
Yeah, that's really what it was. So we just had to kind of adapt, and unfortunately, it was a really serious condition, like cholestasis, where
I don't know
it
anything
can
about that. What
can
is-
lead to death of
Oh,
the baby.
geez.
Oof.
I think the baby's heart relies on the electrical pulses or
Yeah.
something of the mother to keep it going. And
Interesting.
so this cholestasis thing, it can mess with that and stop the baby's heart.
Wow.
So we were
Oof.
like, everything was going like pretty much perfectly until
Yeah.
this last moment when they luckily caught it.
Yeah, brilliant.
What did you do to like ground yourself and like keep yourself from losing it, or did you lose it and that's okay too if you did in the moment?
Neither of us really lost it. We just had to. And of course we found out like on a Friday, and they were like, "Well, we can see what the weekend brings, and we can try and see if you can induce labor naturally over the weekend. So just go home and like try all this stuff to
Wow.
induce."
Right.
And so we did, and I guess that was like a good distraction, but still it was a painful weekend and just the unknown.
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
especially, like, were you surprised that they sent you home knowing what this cholestasis, where it goes, it could stop, but you know what, go home and relax for a couple days, see if you can induce your own labor, and we'll see you hopefully in a couple days. What was?
Right.
How did you feel leaving the doctor at that moment?
Yeah, and to their credit, I think they did give us an option where like they would have immediately induced,
Right.
but we just wanted to see if we can do it.
Yeah.
We weighed the risk and everything, and
Sure.
it was a lower risk of
Good.
the whole. Like it wasn't the worst it could have been. So
Still scary though.
yeah, it was really, really frightening.
Yeah.
And then, well, I won't say that actually.
That's okay.
Private
Private
someone else.
information.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
we'll
That's
leave
yours.
that
Say
out.
that, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
So, but now he's here,
Yep.
and everything kind of worked out. And how does it feel?
Yeah, it was just it was intense.
Yeah.
But in just the most beautiful way.
Yeah.
I think the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced.
Isn't it?
It was
Love it.
it was
Love that you said that.
unreal.
What was it like to hear his voice for the first time?
I know. Yeah. No, it was. I definitely cried.
Yeah.
Just was kind of sobbing, and
Oh,
it was really, really special.
yeah.
That moment, it's just like something happens to you for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my sister and everybody always told me, they're like, you'll never know what like really love is until, and I had like, I was in my almost 40s, and I was like, I've experienced life, like I'm pretty intelligent, I know what love is.
I'm pretty experienced.
And
right?
then I heard her cry for the first time.
Oh man.
And man, just the air came out of the room, time stopped.
Yeah.
It was just, it's a magical experience.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then hearing them, seeing them, I don't know. And then, I mean, up until the moments before he came out, I could see his head.
Yeah.
And, like his hair. Like,
Yeah.
he's got hair.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
That's
Oh my
impressive.
gosh.
It's good genes.
That crowning moment, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I still remember. I can picture that. It's just amazing, that experience. And then all of a sudden they're there.
Yeah.
And I can just remember holding my wife, and we were just so thrilled. We didn't know what the sex was going to be of the child either. And the doctor finally just said, "Hey, by the way, you have a son." It was like, oh, it was so unimportant, right?
Yeah.
It didn't matter. There was just all of a sudden this life that we were wanting, and all of a sudden now it was in our hands, and it was just incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And rehashing it here, it's
Yeah.
like bringing up all the feels.
All the
Haven't-
feels.
Haven't really we didn't even, just because once he came out, it's like, okay, we gotta.
And then it's go time.
It's go time. So we really haven't even had time to process.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing that I've been thinking about recently, is like how once they're here, it's kind of, I don't know. I think that like if I could have gone back, I would have been like, let's have a lot more intense connection and communication before the kid gets here, and like get in some of our emotional like vulnerability, because once the kid's here, like it's all about taking care of that kid. It's about making sure they stay alive and change their diapers and get fed and all this other stuff. And so, how has that been for you? Like since your kid got here, what's the,
And how
do
old
you
is your son now?
Yeah.
too?
He's like 10 and a half
10
months.
Okay,
10 and a
all
half
right.
months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not years.
yeah.
All
So
right.
you're just getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are right behind us.
Yeah.
It's an interesting age and an interesting time in a dad's life. What's life been like since then?
Oh yeah, it's definitely been quite a roller coaster of just all the stuff we get. It was hard at first.
Yeah.
He hasn't been like just the easiest kid.
Sure.
We've heard about how there are kids who are apparently quite easy.
Okay.
or something.
Sorry, that would be my child for
Yes,
the
that would
most
be
part.
Stella.
Yeah.
You and I must have this. You must have the other half to my amulet, because my son, yes, holy terror for you bet. Tell yours, because
No,
I feel better now that I wasn't the only one who had a wild child or
And he
whatever.
made it to the other
difficult.
side. His kids
Yes,
are
yes, yeah.
good people, and they're in their 20s. So
Getting it out of the way early.
Yeah.
Totally,
Yeah.
yes.
that's what
That's
I've
so
heard.
funny.
So it's been challenging.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
do you how do you keep sane? Like,
Yeah, I know.
I still love you. Yeah. What are the things that you've experienced, that those challenges that have stood out, so we can
with like raising him in particular, or within
maybe-
myself,
or just finding
like,
what is it that you go, wow, this is more challenging than I anticipated. What is it that you're experiencing that has you saying that or feeling that?
I think the biggest thing for me is like the change in personal time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because beforehand it was me
Totally.
only,
Yeah.
and I was happy with that. Like really, I'm the type who can just go days without talking,
Sure.
and I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So it's been an adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
Needing to learn to communicate effectively and
Right.
quickly
Yeah.
with your son.
with my wife,
With your
you
wife?
know, and even
Yeah.
even within myself, like
Right.
having to recognize,
Yeah,
okay, I'm feeling this way. Might wanna like
take a
try-
step back,
yeah,
or
yeah,
take a
takes-
breath, or
yeah.
trying to take care of yourself in the midst of also taking care of someone else can be
Yeah.
mighty challenging. And you're a
Yeah,
stay-at-home dad, full-time dad.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
full-time dad a lot better
Yeah.
than stay-at-home dad for some reason. We should call them full-time moms too,
Full time.
because it really is a full-time job. So tell us a little bit
how
about
are you
that.
balancing that? Because you're experiencing, like you said, you enjoy your time, and now all of a sudden your time is way different. Like you're not
Yeah.
going to work and interacting necessarily with people. You might be doing your photography. However, you now are checking in on this kiddo, and now he's getting mobile, I'm pretty sure. Now you're having to pay attention to that too. How are you
Yeah.
balancing all that? And then when do you get your break?
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife's been really amazing and giving me breaks and
Nice.
stuff, and we try to do that for each other because we know how important it is. But she probably gives me more breaks than I give her. But just yeah. But at night, usually I'll try and do something for myself.
Yeah.
And because I need it. If I don't get it, I'm just, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I didn't get to experience other than in the summertime I'm off. I'm working in education, so I get more. I have more or had more opportunities to do daily things. What is your day? What does your day look like? I mean, is it like a full 8 hours before your wife is available to also share in being with your kid, or what's that like?
Yeah, she has a good job that's pretty flexible.
Nice.
We're lucky that way, and she works from home too.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're
Okay.
all home together,
Yeah.
which has its pros and cons
Right.
also. But I think it's got more pros, and especially for my wife
Yeah.
to like be able to be home. But yeah, it's a 9 to 5, but she can get off early sometimes, which is a huge help. Just because, it's hard
Yeah.
to be on with your kid because they know when you're not focused on them.
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's like they have a sixth sense for that.
Oh, that's so great that you
Yeah.
say
It's like
that.
I'll be
How does it get your attention when you're not paying attention?
in many various ways. He has his little cat calls and stuff, and he has his I don't know, who'll just come over and crawl on me and
Yeah,
stuff. We're playing in the room, like, okay, we're gonna go in the room and play for a little bit. And,
Yeah.
let him try and do his thing, and
Yeah.
then he'll notice I'm like
Distant.
looking at my phone or something, or
Yeah.
or even just like having a thought to myself.
Totally.
It's like, hey, no, you gotta focus on me.
I
buddy."
know. I don't know what this is because I've only been here for 10 months, but it's definitely not more important than I am.
Me,
Right.
right?
So-
Yeah.
Get your priorities
Great.
straight,
Yeah,
Dad.
Yeah,
come on,
seriously.
Dad. That's so funny.
That is something that I had to like grapple with at first too,
Yeah.
because
Right.
I'm like leading up to or like before he got here, you have this notion like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing all my stuff, and like
Yeah.
he's gonna just kind of fall into our lives,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna love us so much and just want to do
Yeah.
everything we're
Oh,
doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not.
I mean,
the
it's
case.
yes and no, right? It's like he is just going to fall in, kind of be part of your life, but at the same time, he's a new variable
Right.
that is in your life now, and you have to reckon with that every day. And then I don't know if you feel the same way, and you tell me, but like I can get hyper focused on something and like think that this is really important, and
Like
other
with
people
Stella?
well,
Yeah.
no, just in general.
Okay.
Right, and then like what I've learned through experience is other adults can kind of pick up on that and have an opinion about that. But this kid doesn't have any reference for this. It's primal in a way where it's like, you are my person, my dad, my mom, and like I need you and I want your attention, and like you are the source of my protection and my comfort and all of these things. And I have to remind myself that all the time, especially when I get frustrated with her, when I'm like, can you just give me a second, right?
Right.
That with adults, like I try to give people, and I fail a lot, the positive intent, assume positive intent, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know with this kid if there is an intent other than just like, I want to be around you, like
Right.
I love you, or whatever that is. So I don't know if you could speak to that, like how, what goes on in your head. You seem like somebody who's pretty introspective. Like you said, you could go days without talking. So that makes me think that you spend a lot of time in your head thinking about your life and how you move through it. How do you feel about that when your kid's trying to get your attention? Like,
Yeah, I just think they need it.
yeah,
I think we don't really have a set philosophy on how we're wanting to do it.
sure.
Which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we just want to give him what he needs.
Yeah.
And we figure, if he's asking for it, he probably needs it.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine line though too.
Sure.
But I think we're on the more lenient side of like, we want to give him as much attention as we can, so we're willing to like sacrifice our own time right now and
Yeah.
to do that for him.
Especially at such a young age, like before
Mm-hmm.
they're 1, 2 in that area, until they can learn to talk and communicate. I mean, I don't know if you could speak to like what it's like when they get older. Like I imagine that, like they are very smart about like saying when I need something at that age, and then they get older and they start like maybe what they need is not what they're saying they need is not exactly what they need. So you have to like be. Somebody said the other day, small kids, small problems, big kids, big problems.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I wonder. I love that. Lauren and I don't have like an exact like science to like what we're doing right now, other than just like trying to show up and be present and be authentic with Stella, and sometimes that means like I'm really annoyed by you right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not annoying. Like I'm not identifying you as something that's annoying, but like I'm being honest. Like I'm annoyed because I feel helpless or whatever. yeah, thanks for being like open and honest about that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's hard because I think there's so much to say about all that. It's like where do you even start? But what was I was going to say something on that too. Yeah, I think that they want to feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm sensing.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know, they need that reassurance. Is how I see it.
Yeah.
And they're probably also just really bored. Like
Yeah,
I'm thinking
yeah.
like if I'm trying to make lunch for myself or for all of us in the kitchen right now, like he's been giving me a little bit of a hard time. But it's like when I stop and think about it, I'm like, well, I'm probably putting too much effort into like this salad that I'm making. Like I don't know if it needs to be quite as gourmet.
Yeah.
It's like how long have I even been making this for?
Right.
He's probably just bored.
He's like, just get to it.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the food. It's fine.
It's lettuce.
Wrap
Put
it up.
something over it. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just want a nice salad, you know.
Totally.
Can I
Cool
just,
story, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't
the
care.
meat.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's one of the things that we do is you can sometimes create a plan, but that kid's going to dictate a lot too. Like we had some ideas with our oldest, but boy, the needs that he kept expressing was like, wow, we weren't expecting to have to cater this much. And so it really was identifying what is making you most comfortable so you can be relaxed and comfortable in your surroundings, and what are the things that really are standing out. Like we had dietary stuff, it turned out, that were really brutal. And so that's what we had to really tune into was, boy, if we're feeding this sort of a diet, this is when the student, I'm going back to teaching days, my son would really, he could be uncomfortable, and the crying and the discomfort, you could see it, you could feel it in his tummy too. And you're just like, oh my gosh, and you're just seeing a miserable kid, which now you're miserable.
Right.
And it's just like, oh gosh, we're doing our best, son, I promise, we're not being malicious with your body and this food. But yeah, it is, it can be really challenging with that experience. And
Yeah. It seems like it's like a lot of that just have to get through it.
Yeah.
Where it's like my wife was, we're both vegan and we don't do dairy, and he was seemingly having some issues with some of the food that she was eating.
Yeah.
So we're like trying to diagnose it, and like my wife was really not eating much variety at all.
Right.
And even still. So it's like sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and you just have to get through it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it's painful to not be able to like solve what they need. Or
Yeah, the unknowns and the uncontrollable
Yeah.
parts of life that continue to come on a daily basis are the most scary things. But every time we go through one of those things, we learn that we can do things that we never thought we could do.
Right.
And I think that's part of what I've learned about being a dad.
Yeah.
It was just like, you can do hard things.
And do you
Yeah.
have a support system, like your own family? Do you reach out to your folks and say, hey, how did you deal with a situation like this? Is that something that you do, or?
Kind of. I don't really have much personally.
Yeah.
I haven't really, I don't know. I probably do need that, but I don't really seek it out.
Seek it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
Well, now you
It's
have
not
two
good.
dads here
Okay.
that are a network for you.
Okay.
That's
Right.
what Pappy Hour is all about.
Yeah.
It's about connecting dads of all kinds. And, many cord strand is harder to break. So, like, let's support each other. Always feel free to reach out to us if you ever just want somebody to talk to. Like we've gotten coffee before and hung out and get the kids together. So you're not in this
Yeah.
alone,
right?
even
Yeah,
if it
no,
feels
that's
that way
great.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have the other dads.
Yeah.
Just because when I take my boy to the park, and it's
Right.
like a lot of moms and
Sure.
Which no problem with
Right,
that.
right.
But
Sure.
It's a funny kind of.
But there's a
funny thing.
difference between I mean, there's a lot of similarities, and it's not. I don't want to. It's not an us versus them thing, but like, if we speak about the reality of what is the difference between, like, being a full-time dad and between being a full-time mom, like, what are your, and we'll wrap it up pretty soon here, but like, I just want to get this because I feel like this is something that a lot of full-time dads maybe are thinking about, but like, the limitations between being a full-time dad versus a full-time mom, like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think they were most evident, the limitations in the beginning when he was breastfeeding pretty much exclusively, and so that made it hard. Luckily, my wife was on leave then, so but I don't know. I think it's like she could take him out for the whole day at that point if she wanted to, if she needed to, whereas I, like, you know, I'm just limited in what I can do.
But how does that feel? Like, yeah, you're limited, but like, I mean, I experienced something similar in the fact that, yeah, you can't, I have nipples, but I can't breastfeed.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
It's not going to work. And there's not that, and it's not just like the sustenance part of it, it's the connection part of it too, right? And so how did that feel to you, not being able to have that?
Yeah, it's tough. It's challenging to not be able to, you know, fully take care of him, I
Sure.
guess. And it did raise questions, or not questions, but it made me think, like, okay, I can understand, like, a traditional family, like the philosophy there, like, it does make sense to me that the women would be with the kids.
Sure. It's logical. I mean, it tracks, you know, but it's not for everybody.
But I think that can also be. I've been thinking about this, and I think that it can be that problem with the 21st century dichotomy between men and women in the family and stuff can be pretty much solved if we just give, like, a humane amount of leave to parents.
There you go.
Like if we've been saying,
what does that look like?
continuously,
2 years, 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, like a year.
A year.
We've been saying, like, God, so many of our problems that we've been having, and so many of the ways that my wife has been feeling about, like, because she's been working since he was 3 months old, so she feels a lot about that, and
You say, like, feeling guilt?
just like a lot of different feelings.
Guilt.
She's mentioned guilt.
Yeah.
She's mentioned just
Disconnect.
frustration,
Yeah.
disconnection. Also, you know, and it's like, God, if she could just have a year with her baby.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of difference, all of that time. I mean, and here's the thing, is like, no one can tell you how long it takes for you. It's going to take you as long as it's going to take for you to feel like you're ready. And when you're on a time clock like that, and you have a certain amount of time, and you feel rushed like that, you can't rush healing. You cannot rush healing. It's going to happen at whatever pace it takes. So I think that's great. I'm for it. You for a year off?
Great, yeah.
I'm down. Let's.
Yeah, that's why I always felt fortunate to be able to have the summers, you know, to pretty much be able to spend time with the kids, and that was really helpful. Also for my wife to be able to have that moment for her to go out and be human again, if you will. Right. You know, because she was just always at her feet was a kid, and then a second kid. And then, if guys are listening, boy, that time leave, losing time, it's amazing how much energy and time a child takes up. Then you add another one, and it's just like, I thought I had a lot of time or no time before. I've got even less now. So it's.
I don't want Lauren to hear this because I'm trying to get her to have another kid. So let's just. I'm going to edit that part out.
Yeah. That's funny.
Is that so?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Trevor, man, this has been great. We've gone into some deep dive on some stuff. You really took us to some great places. I appreciate you being here. Last question I've been asking a lot of the dads, and I could have set you up for this as you had one, but do you have a back pocket dad joke?
Oh God.
No pressure if you don't. A
I'll
lot of
use
times,
the one my dad
please.
often told us kids. Okay,
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. It's probably everybody probably knows this one too.
I want to.
hope so.
Now
This
I'm
will
on
be
pins and
great.
needles. I want to know what it is.
There's a bear and a rabbit, and they're taking a poo in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then the bear leans over to the rabbit and asks, "Do you ever have problems with poop sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit says, "No, I don't actually." And then the bear then picks up the rabbit and wipes his butt with it.
Yeah.
It is such a classic joke.
It's a great lesson to like just really mind who you trust with important information.
Man. So funny.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh man, this is great. All
Yeah,
right.
Hey, thanks again for coming out.
Thank
man.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was fun.
what a treat.
This has been great.
Really fun.
We may have to do a follow-up with you in a few months. See
Oh,
what,
yeah.
what
Oh, yeah.
has changed, and
yeah.
I think that perspective is amazing. Just all of a sudden, hey, I do have more time. Oh my gosh, I've got less time. Oh my gosh, this is what's going on. So yeah, it's
right.
never ending.
We'll have you back on hopefully in a couple of years, Trev. We'll see how it goes.
All right.
All right.
Thanks so much.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops. And how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, let's talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about?